Bitcoin and other applications of blockchain. Chunk 3, Professor Massimiliano Sala, University of Trento. An introduction to Bitcoin and Bitcoin wallets. In this chunk, we will introduce the cryptocurrency Bitcoin and we will present the Bitcoin wallets, describing how you can use them. Bitcoin is the most famous and most widely used cryptocurrency. It was invented by the pseudonym Satoshi Nakamoto in 2008 and released as open source software in 2009. Bitcoin is a peer-to-peer system spreading all around the world. In particular, it is a payment system in which no third parties are involved. Anyone can easily spend or receive Bitcoins. The payments using Bitcoins are pseudonymous and irreversible. Moreover, unlike traditional payment systems, the fees required to execute a transaction are very low. The Bitcoin system is organized as a network. All the users exchanging Bitcoins represent the Bitcoin network itself, and they are called nodes. The Bitcoin network is totally decentralized. That is, neither banks nor third parties manage coinage, trade, or deposits of Bitcoins. And the Bitcoin network is peer-to-peer. That is, each node is connected to some of the other nodes. No node has privileges over the other nodes, and each node cooperates to maintain a proper functioning of the entire system. Anyone who wants to become a node of the Bitcoin network needs just an internet connection and a Bitcoin wallet. A Bitcoin wallet is necessary to send and receive Bitcoins. For this reason, it can be thought of as the traditional user's bank account. In the Bitcoin system, the wallet is identified by a private key and a public key, which are mathematically connected. To draw a parallel between the Bitcoin network and a traditional payment network, we can view the Bitcoin wallet as a bank account. We can view the private key as the secret PIN of the card associated with the bank account. And we can view the public key as the public information of the bank account. The private key is a sequence of digits and letters randomly generated which must meet a specific format. We can see here an example of a private key. The Bitcoin wallet's owner must take care to keep the private key in a safe place and use it only for the authorization of transactions. It's used for transaction authorization, and it can be thought of as the secret PIN of a card associated with the bank account. Beware that if the private key of a Bitcoin wallet is lost, it cannot be recovered in any way. And so that Bitcoin wallet can never be used again and all its bitcoins are lost. The public key is a sequence of digits and letters directly computed from the private key by means of an algorithm established by the Bitcoin protocol. The public key is public data which can be thought of as the public information of a bank account. Since it is public, everybody knows it, so the private key should not be recoverable from the public key. And remember that the public key is used for verifying and checking validity of transactions authorized by the corresponding wallet. We can see here an example public key. The Bitcoin address, a shorter sequence of digits and letters, is derived from the public key. Indeed, the Bitcoin address is a sequence of digit letters calculated directly from the public key, and it serves as an identifier of the Bitcoin wallet. In particular, the address has to be shared with anyone sending Bitcoins to the user, and so you can think of it as the IBAN associated with a bank account. Here we can see an example of a Bitcoin address. The Bitcoin address and the private key of Bitcoin wallet can be turned into a QR code. For convenience, they can be printed on a card, which is called a paper wallet, as you can see here. To summarize about the Bitcoin wallet, remember this. Any Bitcoin wallet is associated to and identified with 3 sequences of digits and letters: the private key, the public key, and the Bitcoin address. Anyone can have and use one or more Bitcoin wallets. There are indeed a large number of computer and smartphone applications that allow you to create and manage your Bitcoin wallets. And anyone can create his own Bitcoin wallet without relying on a third party by generating appropriately a private key and a public key. As you can see in the picture, private and public keys are computed using elliptical cryptography. We can finally summarize what we have learned in this chunk. Bitcoin is a cryptocurrency, namely digital currency, whose security and working are based on cryptography. Bitcoin is a decentralized and peer-to-peer payment system. Each user needs only an internet connection and a Bitcoin wallet to connect to the Bitcoin network. A Bitcoin wallet is identified by pair of cryptographic keys, a private key and a public key, and it is associated with a Bitcoin address.